Coming up on Look Today, well, we've got more updates on the proposed needle exchange program in Hudson Falls. I've got details. Plus, not-for-profit organizations in Glens Falls can now apply for a share of the Downtown Revitalization Grant money. More on that coming up. And Saratoga PLAN hires a new conservation director. We met him. We've got details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome, everyone. Yes, it's Monday. I'm J. Hood Jackson. This is Look Today. In tonight's program, I sit down with Mark Shaw. He's the CEO of StoreTech, and he's here to talk about the services they provide to the community and their rapid expansion. Plus, I also sit down with Ronald Kim. He's a 21st Congressional District candidate, and he's here to talk about his reasons for running and his platform. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, the Alliance for Positive Health has decided to withdraw its proposal for a needle exchange program, which was going to be on Main Street in Hudson Falls. Now, after a public meeting took place with the Alliance and community members, it was clear that the proposal was unwelcome. Now, in addition, the Alliance will also move to the location of their other services. The outcry from the public was a response to the lack of communication between the health provider and the people who live in the village. When we spoke to Deputy Mayor Bob Cook about whether the village opposes the needle exchange program itself.
The goal of the syringe exchange was certainly a laudable goal. We all understand that. The issue is never that. The issue is always the fact that we as a community had no involvement in the decision-making process. And the site itself was really an inappropriate site because of the children nearby, the schools nearby, the park nearby. There was a dozen reasons why that was just a very bad site. So I hope that what the Alliance has learned from this experience is that reaching out to the community can't be the last thing you do. It has to be the first thing you do when you're looking to bring a syringe exchange program into the community.
These are sensitive issues for sure, and all the parties really do need to communicate. In other news, well, here's a story we want to keep you informed of. Yesterday, an incident occurred in Saratoga Springs. Members of the KKK put flyers on people's cars. Now, the flyers invited people to join the Loyal White Knights. It's clear that the flyers contain messages of white supremacy and racism. We spoke to Saratoga Springs Police Department today. Now, they're unable to comment yet due to the ongoing investigations. And we also contacted the mayor's office. So we're going to have more on this in the coming days. Switching from news to weather. You expect more mix of sun and clouds with temperatures hovering in the mid to high 20s. Let's see how the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with your first look weather update. Let's take a look. We currently have low pressure, cold fronts galore across the southeast, high pressure building in, also a cold front to the north of us in southeast Canada, but it's already cold enough. 0 in Albany, -2 in Burlington, 10 in Boston. So a very chilly night across the Capital District. Single digits from Clifton Park to Fort Edward to Whitehall. Glens Falls will be near 0 degrees. So the bottom line is you're going to need those heavier blankets as you go to bed tonight, and also you're going to need those heavier coats as you make your way to work or, for your little children, school. Cold, though mostly clear. We'll have that northwest wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Can make it feel like about -10. Wind chills -5 early, mainly sunny, mid to upper 20s for afternoon highs. We'll be about 3 to 8 above 0, mostly sunny. Wind chills still below 0 through the 8 a.m. hour. But then we warm up nicely. 42 degrees on Wednesday, overnight low at 13 with mostly sunny skies. 48 with a slight chance of showers on Thursday. Thanks to a new cold front, we're going to cool back down to the upper 30s. With a 40% chance of rain and snow. Then we're back to wintertime weather with sunshine, though. 27 the afternoon high, overnight low of 10 above. That was your weather update here on First Look Weather on Look TV. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now I send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks very much, Clarence. Man, it's going to get cold tonight and tomorrow night. All right, back to the news. Well, nonprofit organizations in Glens Falls can now apply for a share of the Downtown Revitalization Grants. The program requires a 25% match from the nonprofit organization that's seeking the funding. And the maximum grant award for individual organizations is set at $40,000. Now, we put a call into Ed Bartholomew today. As soon as he gets back to us, we'll have more on this story for you. Now, in other news, Saratoga PLAN has hired a new conservation director. His name, Michael Horn. He'll be working on 10 different land projects that are currently underway at the plan. Now, with this new appointment, PLAN will be able to expand its efforts and take on multiple projects. Well, we met him today and we spoke to him about his qualifications.
So I have a pretty diverse history. I worked in public accounting for a while, went to graduate school, got an MBA as well as a Master of Science in Natural Resources Environmental Policy. From there, I went and worked at General Electric for about 10 years, mostly in renewable energy in a variety of capacities. And so I think that broad business background and diverse background really complements a lot of the pre-existing conservation expertise that Saratoga PLAN has. So it should be a fun time.
Congratulations, Michael. Up next, I sit down with Mark Shaw. He's a CEO of StoredTech, and he's here to talk about the services they provide and their rapid expansion. Plus, I also sit down with Ronald Kim. He's a 21st Congressional District candidate, and he's here to talk about his reasons for running and his platform. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Hope you had a great weekend. It's Monday, so we like to look ahead. We got quite a week coming up. Friends of Recovery is coming in to give us an update on what they're doing. The Junior Committee of SPAC is coming in to talk about the Winter Ball. Tamara Flanders is coming in to talk about Dance Flurry. The new director of the National Museum of Dance, Laura Dorado, is coming in. And Chuck Voskanyan is back with an update on Rockman Record Club. I got a feeling it's Derek and the Dominoes this time. By the way, brand new Beyond the Headlines this week with Mike Lenz. The guest is the new mayor of Saratoga, Meg Kelly. Quite a week here. Tonight on Look TV, it is Beyond the Headlines, and it's Play by Play, our music show. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.